Hi, I'm T.R. Williams, County Executive.
Hi, I'm Keith Durham, Mayor of the City of Lawrenceburg, the birthplace of Southern Gospel music and the home of David Crockett.
Hi everybody, I'm Alan Betts. I'm host president of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series held in Lawrenceburg.
On behalf of the citizens of Lawrence County,
I want to welcome you to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
PSEC Productions, in association with K2 Media, proudly presents the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV Online. Now live from the birthplace of Southern Gospel music and the land of Crockett. With Cam Mashburn, here's Kevin Kilpatrick.
We are just about set, folks. The 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV. We've got Fargo, North Dakota against the home team, Massachusetts, from Pittsfield. And it's Kevin Kilpatrick along with Cam Mashburn, and we are live at the Parks Lumber broadcast booth area. It's not quite a booth. We are in the elements, but we are pleased to be here in the elements right here amongst the fans. And it's a great atmosphere for baseball. We got a beautiful night for baseball as the teams are being announced on the field. And there is a huge amount on the line, Cam.
There absolutely is. Both of these teams are 1 and 2. The two teams above them are playing on the other field for the number 1 and 2 seed, or for the whichever one's 1 seed, whichever one's going to be 2 seed. They're undefeated. The winner of this game moves on to the elimination round. The loser goes home.
And we'll pause for the national anthem.
Healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop a spirit of cooperation and team play. Develop as a real, true citizen. Gentlemen, good luck tonight.
Your starting lineups brought to you by First Farmers. For the life you lead. Leading off for Fargo is Jonas Sanders. He is playing third. Then it'll be Brant Kolpak. Then it's Chandler Eibach. Jonathan Brooks will bat cleanup. Then it's McKeever. Arnold is pitching tonight for Fargo. Colton Fry will be batting seventh. Taylor Parrott batting eighth. And Austin Streifel will be rounding out the lineup playing in left field. And we are back at the Babe Ruth World Series in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee with Cam Mashburn. I'm Kevin Kilpatrick from our Parks Lumber broadcast position at Tom Cruise Field. The field, they've gotten in pretty good shape. We've had rain today, but they had the field covered with tarps earlier. And so the field, all in all, not in bad shape at all. Down the right field line, it's 322 feet to hit a home run. And center field, it is 370 feet straight away. And down the left field line, 327 feet. This look at your field conditions dimensions brought to you by ExpressMed Urgent and Primary Care. Convenient, fast, painless ExpressMed. Are you sick? They are quick.
It's time now for our weather report brought to you by Martin Methodist College, providing an education that's personal. It's currently 71 degrees here at Tom Cruise Field at the Bobby Brewer Park Complex. Humidity is 94%, extremely muggy out tonight. Very light to no wind from the south.
And pitching for this Pittsfield team will be Isaiah Mestry. And we saw him in relief last night, and he is a good pitcher. And they've got him in a big matchup here, as Cam talked about. Whoever wins this game will advance and will make into the of this series.
And the keys of the game tonight are brought to you by an auto credit. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, go see Bobby O'Reilly for your new set of keys. To me, the key tonight, I changed it up last game. I did a different key to the game, but I'm going back to the tried and true key to the game. It's got to get quality pitching. You can't walk runners. You can't let your inability to find a strike zone cost you a chance to move on. You've got to be good. You got to be able to not keep guys off the bag by walking them or hitting them, and no wild pitches. Clean game.
Yeah, we saw how that affected the Sarasota team in the last game.
Yeah.
And it was huge. And pitching has been the key, the whole time. And as Cam mentioned, it's certainly the key to this game. As Jonas Sanders will step up to the dish for Fargo in the top of the first inning. We are getting underway for this very important game of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, and that first pitch is high and inside for a ball. Sanders plays third base for Fargo. The 1-0 delivery. Outside.
This is the biggest game of the tournament for both these teams.
The 2-0 delivery. Chopped through the middle for a base hit. Sanders with a single for Fargo. One on, no outs. Top of the first inning as Kolpak steps up to the plate. Kolpak is playing second base for Fargo.
We've only covered each of these teams once before. We've seen some of the other teams in the tournament multiple times, but we've only seen these teams once apiece.
Kolpak shows bunt, pulls it back, and will take a strike.
Of course, there's two fields here at the Bobby Brewer Park complex that are being used for the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
Check on Sanders at first. He's back.
A lot of the host families for both these teams are watching this game.
Second pitch is bunted back to the pitcher. The pitcher's going to go to second, and he will record the out at second, so the sacrifice unsuccessful. One away, and the throw on to first is not in time, so Kolpak will reach on a fielder's choice, but one away here in the top of the first.
Currently on the Denver Trap field, we've got the top half of this bracket, Lawrence County versus West End.
Chandler Ibach now batting. Lanky lefty, or lanky righty. Starts out with a strike. Wears number 8. Fargo wearing the, what would you call that color? It's not really a true red, or is it a true red? It's close to a true red as they check on the runner at first.
It's kind of got a lighter red look. It's not pink.
Yeah, it's not a crimson. That's somewhere. Yeah. Anyway,
it's just say red.
Yeah, we'll just call it red. Red jerseys with the white pants, and the white pants have the black piping and the black socks. And Ibach is opting to wear his pants high. Some of the other players are wearing their pants at full length, but Ibach has his up just below his knees. And the lanky right-hander steps in, swings through that pitch. 1-2 is the count to Ibach.
Ibach really was questioning how he wanted to swing that one. Kind of checked the swing at the last second, thought he might not want to swing that.
Mestre deals. Swing and a miss. Ibach is out. So 2 away here in the top of the first inning. One runner on, and that is Brant Kolpak at first base. Stepping to the plate is Jonathan Brooks, the center fielder. Jonathan Brooks, another tall right-handed batter. He is wearing his pants at full length. Wide stance in that batter's box. First pitch taken for a ball.
North Dakota had a pitcher that went 149 pitches last night.
The 1-0 delivery is in there for a strike. 1-1.
Trying to save pitching for this game. Earned them their first win of the tournament.
A check on the runner at first. He's back safely. No score early on. Top of the first inning. The delivery is low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brooks.
Of course, North Dakota was the site
2-2.
of the year of the Babe Ruth World Series in 2013, the year the Lawrence County team was in 13-year-old. Finished runner-up to El Segundo, California.
The 3-1 delivery. Full count.
Nice slider slurve. It's kind of a mixture. I guess it's. What would you consider that a slider?
I think that's a slider. Mestre has some pretty good heat on the pitch and is able to set up the slider with a fastball. Runner goes, and that is a ball. So Brooks will take his base. Runners on first and second with 2 away in the top of the first. Runner in scoring position for McKeever.
He's got 2 outs. Let's see if he can get out of the inning.
First pitch is in there for a strike to McKeever.
These umpires have been flawless thus far tonight.
The 0-1. That breaking ball is in there for a strike.
That's filthy. He had a little hiccup in his delivery.
Almost looks like Johnny Cueto at times out there.
Yeah.
Cueto mixes up his delivery styles quite a bit. That curveball's in there. Swing and a miss. McKeever goes down swinging. No score. Bottom of the first on the way. Pittsfield, Mass coming up to bat. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Radio Network. TV.
Main Street Lawrence. Heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money, and if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Live from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, it's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And this starting lineup, of course, is brought to you by First Farmers. For the life you lead. Isaiah Mestre is batting first for Pittsfield. Then it's DiMartino, McNeese, Cooney, Murphy, Santos, Cowdrey, Flynn, Walker, and Whiteley. Isaiah Mestre, the pitcher for Pittsfield, will lead off for the team in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Pitching for Fargo and dealing the first pitch is the big righty, Rylan Arnold. That ball is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Mestre. The 0-1 delivery, low and away.
Catcher for North Dakota wants a word with his pitcher.
Already seeing something he doesn't like.
You know, it's never a bad idea to make sure you're on the same page because those two are kind of in the game by themselves, essentially. You know, you're working with each other, calling this game along with the coaching staff, but you've got to be on the same page.
The 1-1 to Mestre. Low.
catcher is basically like the quarterback of the team. He's kind of directing what's going on.
The 2-1 delivery. That breaking ball is up and in. Our weather's looking pretty good.
It is. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
3-1 count to Mestry. That breaking ball is a called strike. Full count for Mestry.
As I mentioned in the Martin Methodist weather report earlier, it's 71 degrees. Very comfortable night.
The 3-2 delivery is ripped back through the middle for a base hit. Isaiah Mestry will be on first.
Mestry kind of reached out and gapped that one. Shot it through the gap for a C&I single.
Now batting is Drew DiMartino.
You'll see a lot of balls swapped out tonight with the field in the condition that it's in. It's pretty wet in areas, and of course the outfield's going to be pretty soggy. It was not covered. Had rain all day. It cleared off about 5 o'clock.
A check on Mestry at first. He's back in safely.
That's just more like 5:30 CDT, Central Daylight Time, and they started working on the field and got it in great shape. Once they pulled off the tarp, it was pretty much ready to go. They just striped it, but the outfield needed a little work.
1-0 to DiMartino.
Had some squeegees and some fans and stuff out in the outfield and parts of the infield, trying to get them dried up, making the surfaces playable.
The 1-0 delivery is high. No score. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No outs. 1 runner on for Pittsfield. That ball's high. And the catcher whips the ball down to first base as Mestry was leading off a little bit too far, but Mestry back in safely.
Tell you what, the umpire down the first base line was the home plate umpire in the game previous. He is very deliberate with his signs.
The 3-0 count is in there for a strike to DiMartino. The Pittsfield Mass team wearing the navy blue tops with the red numbers outlined in white, and the white pants with the navy blue piping. The runner's going, and that is all 4 for a walk. And so he is in there safely regardless. There was a throw made, but that was ball 4, so he was granted second base regardless. And DiMartino will reach with a walk.
If that hadn't have been a walk, he was out.
And the crowd from the Fargo side got excited for about a second. Runners on first at second now for Pittsfield. No outs. That ball is chopped to shortstop. The shortstop bobbles it, but he will throw to second base and get the force out. Close call, but nonetheless, the runner is called out, but we will have runners at first and third with 1 away for Pittsfield in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Mestry headed to first. Or headed to third. There's the Vision Center replay, all the replays that we're showing on our live stream on exportsradio.com. All the replays are brought to you by Vision Center.
So it'll be McNeese at first, Mestry on third, and McNeese is running down to second, and there's a throw down to second, and now Mestry tries to come home, but he is thrown out. A nice play. That was the old fake, the throw down to second play. It was cut off in front of the bag by the shortstop, and he wheels it into home as Mestry attempted to score, and Mestry is gunned out at the plate.
Yeah, that was very well played by North Dakota. And we've seen that many games in this tournament. If you've got runners at the corners, a lot of teams are just giving you the steal. But North Dakota was not. Shortstop made a nice play of cutting that off and gunning it back home to get Mestry out at the plate.
2 away, and there's a little chopper, and it will be handled by the third baseman, and he throws on to first for the third and final out. Cooney retired. No score after 1. Coming up to bat, Fargo in the top of the second. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You got to come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Rylan Almold, the pitcher for Fargo, will be the leadoff batter here in the top of the second inning.
Pitcher, number 12, Rylan Almold.
0-0 is our score. 1 hit each for both the Fargo and the Massachusetts team. Mestry deals that one in there a little bit high. 1-0 to Almold. Colton Fry waiting on deck, and then it'll be Taylor Parrott. One and one count. Almold with a big wide stance. Another tall, lanky kid for Fargo. Lifts that one into right field, and it's going to be handled by the right fielder for Pittsfield, making a running and diving catch, recording the out.
Yeah, very nice. It's a play of the game candidate for sure.
Shortstop, number 32, Colton Fry.
1 away. Colton Fry now batting, goes by the nickname of Coco. 1-0 as that ball is outside. He too has the wide open stance. He's batting from the right side. He's a right-handed batter and has the right foot on the inside of the batter's box, and then puts his left foot back on the outside stripe of the batter's box, then steps in as the pitch is delivered, and the count is now 3-0.
Yeah, and we've seen them before, and almost every player
The ball's in there for a strike, 3-1.
On this Fargo team has that wide open stance.
The 3-1 delivery is low. He'll take his base. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the second.
It's a second walk batter, I believe, from Mestry.
Mestry with 2 walks and has given up 1 hit thus far. Has 1 strikeout to go along with that. Now batting is Taylor Parrott, the right fielder. Austin Streifel awaits on deck. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Of course, North Dakota played Montana last night.
The 0-1 delivery Swing and a miss.
Use hashtag BRWS15. Tweet us where you're listening from tonight. We'll get your tweets up on the air. If you want to send pictures, attach those with it.
Swing and a miss. Parrott goes down on strikes. 2 away here in the top of the second.
You can also tweet at X Sports Radio. Be sure to follow us on X Sports Radio, and you can follow us individually at KK Voice Guy for Kevin and at Cam Mashburn for myself. That's Cam with a C, not a K.
Streifel now batting. A check on the runner at first. He's back in there safely. That ball's in there for a strike. Streifel wears number 11. He has his pants pulled up high, showing the black leggings that the entire squad from Fargo wears. Tipped foul, 0-2.
Of course, if you're listening on the radio, on 103.1 or the TuneIn Radio app, 103.1 on it as well, X Sports. You can also tweet us. Let us know that you're listening to us on the radio.
The 0-2 delivery just outside, 1-2.
We've seen this home plate umpire in numerous games thus far. He's got a generous strike zone. It's very consistent. He's been a part of a little bit of controversy in some calls. But
the runner goes, and he will be in there safely. Fleet of foot is Colton Fry.
He was moving on. He got a good jump. Surprised me.
Coco with some go-go.
There you go.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Here in the top of the second. And going down looking as Streifel as that breaking ball is right in there.
It's nasty.
Bottom of the second on the way. No score between Fargo and Pittsfield. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Side. We're talking about the debate between the catcher's positioning being called a hind catcher or just a good old catcher. What do you think about that, Cam?
Well, I don't know.
Let me reset here as Brett Murphy steps to the plate, fouls that back right here into the net.
Since I've been a little kid, I've called it a hind catcher, and that's the old Southern term is hind catcher because you're behind the plate. We got called out on that in one of our games yesterday, or I did.
The 1-1 delivery. 2-1 to Murphy.
Did I make that mistake? But some of our Giles County faithful let us know that they didn't like that, kind of making fun of us, which is fine. I love people making fun of me. It makes me feel great inside.
3-1 now to Brett Murphy, the catcher or hind catcher for Pittsfield.
And I'm that. I'm lighthearted. I can take it. Some of the North Dakota fans let us know that
Murphy walks as that ball is thrown away. 1 on here in the bottom of the second.
They let us know in the first game we covered for them that we were messing up some stuff, and they got us corrected. They got us straightened out, gave us some information about Hank Aaron starting his career there, and I believe it was Fargo. It might not have been this. I could be wrong again. They're probably going to call me out on that too, but I think I'm wrong on that as well. But anyway, regardless, there's been so many teams, so many games we've done. I forget all this information, but yeah, I'm a hind catcher. I've always called it hind catcher. It's habit at this point.
Noah Santos now batting for Pittsfield. And the runner goes. Murphy attempting to steal. There's the throw. It is in time. Murphy thrown out by his counterpart. 1 away here in the bottom of the second.
Tell you what, Ibach's got a great arm coming out of the hole at hind catcher.
You're so stubborn.
No.
One and one now to Santos, the extra hitter.
All replays are brought to you by Vision Center.
That ball is low. 2-1 count to Santos.
Listening on the radio, you're not getting any replays. But you can always go check out our feed after the game is over. It is on YouTube and on xsportsradio.com.
And that one is high. Santos will reach 2 consecutive walks here for Arnold.
Top of the bar, cowboy.
You can hear some of the fans in and around our broadcast location coming through the mics, I am certain of.
Cowdrey now batting, the third baseman for Pittsfield. Outside, 1-0. These fans are intense because there, in fact, is a lot on the line.
A lot on the line. The loser goes home tonight.
The 1-0 delivery is high.
From here on out, Kevin, you're going to see the intensity of these games really pick up when it gets to the elimination round, and this is essentially an elimination game.
It sure is. The 2-0 delivery, low and away, 3-0. Arnold having difficulty finding the strike zone, so his hind catcher is going to go talk to him. Ibach visiting the mound.
Tweet us at #BRWS, no matter if you're listening online or on the radio. And we'll get it up on the screen. Let us know what you think. Should it be catcher or hind catcher?
It's difficult for me to say hind catcher, by the way.
It is difficult for you. It's difficult for me to just say catcher. No, it's really not, but it's a habit.
I get it, though. It's an old Southern way of saying it.
It is an old Southern way. It is an old Southern saying.
3-0 count now to Cowdrey. Is outside. Just in the strike zone, apparently. 3-1 count coming to Cowdrey. One runner on, one away here in the bottom of the second. And a check on the runner, Santos, at first.
Hind catcher.
Now Santos will take his walk, and he flips the bat, and he nearly hits the on-deck batter, Jake Flynn. Jake was backing up like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't do it. I didn't call that previous strike.
Now we're getting a meeting here with the North Dakota coach coming out to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
2 runners on now. Cowdrey is at first, and Santos will be on second.
You know, it's funny how you pick up certain slang terms for words and different pronunciations, of course, depending on what part of the country you're from. And we've had people from all over the country listening this week. And, you know, people around here, you know, I'm sure you can gather from the inflection in my voice, definitely from the South. I try to not have a drawl like some of the other Southerners and talk kind of hickish, but it's kind of interesting hearing the different accents around the ballpark. as you walk through because they're from all over.
Yeah. Now batting is Flynn, and he takes that first pitch for a strike. Well, you know, you hear all kinds of broadcasters doing baseball games that will have a little Southern twang, so nothing wrong with that at all.
No, there's not.
You know, that ball is ripped in between short and third, but it's going to be handled by the shortstop, who throws to second to record the out there, and that was a nice play. They almost got the double play, but Flynn beat that out at first, so it will be a fielder's choice, 2 away in the bottom of the second.
Very nice play by North Dakota. We've seen some good shortstops in this tournament. Do you call it, what do you call a soda? Do you call it soda or do you call it Coke? Just no matter what brand or what flavor, is it Coke?
I do not do that. You know, and you can also call it a pop.
Pop, sody pop.
Yeah.
It just depends on where you're from.
The runner goes, and there is the throw from Eibach, and he throws it so quickly that the runner is caught in between first and second, so that will be the third out of the inning. Flynn will get to start his bat over at his next time up, but we have got the top of the third on the way. No score between Fargo and Pittsfield. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You got to come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain Fine Centers.
Pittsfield, Mass. Live from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. That ball is chopped to the second baseman. He bobbles it, tries to get him out at first. Not in time. Jonas Sanders will reach on an error.
Just a little bobble there from the second baseman. In a lot of this, you know, how true is the field rolling at this point with as much rain as we've gotten since Friday? Rained all day today. Nothing really super heavy, but it was solid, steady. The field was tarped.
Brent Kolpak now batting. Reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat. This is the second time around in the lineup for this Fargo team. No score. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball.
Tell you what, we've got a duel of two great catchers. We've seen Murphy the other night. He looks just natural in that. Of course, Eibach has gunned two guys out with that cannon from behind home plate.
Eibach in the on-deck circle as that ball is bunted foul by Kolpak, attempting to move the runner on to second, as this Fargo team probably early on knows this is going to be a tight battle.
Yeah, and, you know, they've told us to keep an eye on some of the fielders and who will be in the all-tournament fielding team. I've got both these catchers wrote down on my list. I think they can only pick one, unfortunately, but I've got them both down.
1 on, no outs, top of the third. Kolpak batting. The 2-1 delivery is bunted perfectly. Pitcher will field it and throw on to first for the out. Sacrifice successful. Now a runner in scoring position in the form of Jonas Sanders as Eibach comes to the dish.
Tell you what, we've got quite the Twitter battle going on with hashtag BRWS15 between Pittsfield and North Dakota. I think Pittsfield's winning out at the moment. Really getting a lot of tweets coming in for this game.
Ibach digs in. Curveball high and inside.
I expect nothing less with this game being such a big game.
The 1-0. Chopped back to the pitcher. The pitcher will throw to the third base bag as the runner tries to advance, and they will get the lead runner at third. Jonas Sanders thrown out at third base.
Tell you what, that was a fantastic play.
Sanders going on contact.
Mestry was really heads up, made a nice play. Of course, it's a little more difficult to get a ball hit like that off the mound, but he made a fantastic throw. And, of course, they had to get the tag. There's your Vision Center replay for those of you streaming online.
2 away, top of the third. As the ball gets away from the catcher, Ibach will advance to second. A runner in scoring position again with 2 away here in the top of the third. No score.
Murphy tried to block that one. It was in the dirt. And, of course, again, this little softer dirt is probably going to play a little bit different than what he's accustomed to.
2-0 now to Brooks.
I've seen a lot of pass balls in this tournament by almost every team except these two from the games we've seen. The catchers have been really good at blocking the balls in the dirt.
The 2-0 delivery in there for a strike.
Very nice. I'm having trouble with that. I don't know if
that's a slider there.
That looks like a slider, but it's got a little more arch to it. There it is again.
There it is again. 2-2 delivery. Brooks swings through that one.
That was definitely a slider. That one before that, it's got a little more hook to it, a little slower. Maybe it's just changing the pace of his slider, and giving it a little bit different.
Brooks chokes up on the bat as the runner goes to third, and Ibach will be thrown out at third.
Real quick, that's funny because Ibach threw out Murphy the inning before.
A little tit for tat as we finish up the top of the third inning. Bottom of the third coming up, no score. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
I think they need to send a note to both teams. Let's not try to steal anybody, as we have seen 3 runners caught stealing thus far. As we enter the bottom of the third inning, the batter for Pittsfield lifts it into foul territory, and it is caught by the left fielder. Devon Walker hit it into foul territory just outside the left field line, and the left fielder for Fargo over there to record the out, 1 away after 1 pitch.
It is worth noting that Fargo does have some activity in their bullpen.
Anthony Whiteley now batting for Pittsfield. That ball is high. 1-0.
Of course, the bullpens are just outside the foul line here. How
ball's in there for a strike.
I remember going to the old cookie cutter style Major League Stadium like Riverfront and Busch Stadium. You know, the bullpen's right there.
Whiteley swings through that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It got pretty dangerous at times. As a fan, that was always cool to see.
Arnold from the windup. Deals. That ball is inside. 2-2. Let's Go Fargo beat Pittsfield. A recent tweet. Grounder in between third and short will be handled by the shortstop, but Whiteley, fleet of foot, beats out the throw. 1 runner on, infield single for Whiteley.
Tell you what, North Dakota's got a really good shortstop.
Isaiah Mestry now batting. Singled his first at bat, and then was thrown out at home trying to score. No score here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 runner on, though, for Pittsfield. First pitch to Mestry. He swings and misses.
Is that Kolpak over there on short for North Dakota?
No, Kolpak is the second baseman.
Second baseman, that's
and
right.
It's Colton Fry, Coco, at short.
That's right.
The 0-1 to Mestry. As the runner goes, testing Ibach. The throw is in time, but not handled by the second baseman, and that will go as a stolen base. I think the throw was there in time, but just not handled by the second baseman. So Whiteley is in safely at second base. 1 runner on, 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. One and 1 count to Mestry. Ammel deals, foul tip. Mestry wears number 23, and his clean white pants from just a few minutes ago are now filthy. As he had some sliding in the first inning. The 1-2 delivery. That slow breaking ball is low and away.
Looking around, I don't see too many clean white ones anymore. First base, yep, he's got some down on his right leg. None of the infielders are clean at this point.
The 2-2. Outside, full count.
Just walking through the parking lot, I got my pants dirty.
These grounds are wet in the parking lot, and so any kind of walking you're going to do is going to sling some mud. The 3-2 delivery to Mestry. That's outside. He'll take his base. Runners on first and second with 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd.
Of course, there's special parking for the media and VIPs and players and coaches. It was originally planned that it would be paved. I think they just ran out of time. The weather this summer, it's kind of got them behind on some paving schedule, and just that was something they had to omit.
DiMartino now batting for Pittsfield. That first pitch is in there for a strike. Arnold with 5 walks already this evening for Fargo. That's one of the keys that Cam has talked about. You got to keep those to a minimum.
That's right.
They will kill you. 2 runners on. The delivery is low. 1-1.
Tell you what, Ibach is a fine catcher, man. I cannot stress enough because we've seen a lot of pass balls, and he's not letting any go by. Both games we've seen, he has been very solid.
That ball is outside. 2-1 now to DiMartino. Mestry at first base. Whiteley at second for Pittsfield. The 2-1 delivery from Arnold is low and away. 3-1. Bottom of the 3rd inning. No score here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee on Tom Cruise Field. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. The winner of this game will advance. The loser goes home. And that is ball 4. Bases will be chucked. Coming up to bat is McNeese, the number 3 hitter, who reached on a fielder's choice his last at bat.
I think we're fixing to get a visit to the mound, possibly a pitching change. It'll be interesting to see what the game plan is here. He's pitched pretty well to this point. His control's kind of evading him at the moment.
Has held Pittsfield to no runs. But Pittsfield is threatening.
It's going to leave him in.
1 away, bottom of the 3rd. Bases are loaded.
As a pitcher, I always like the coach to leave me in this situation. I got myself in this mess.
From the windup, Amel deals, and that ball's in there for a strike.
Let me get myself out. I always loved pitching. That was always one of my favorite things to do.
Left fielder McNeese slightly choking up on the bat, and that ball hits him. He will take his base, and Pittsfield will get on the board. 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd for Pittsfield.
First run of the game. 2 hits. Bases still loaded. 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd.
Cooney now batting. He grounded to 3rd his first time up. First pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1 delivery from Amel. Chopper to short. He will step on 2, throws onto first for the double play.
Wow.
Nicely done. 1 run on the board, though, for Pittsfield. They lead 1-0 over Fargo. Top of the 4th on the way. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Field leads 1-0 as we head into the top of the 4th inning. Jonathan Brooks batting. He was the last batter in the box in the last inning, but Chandler Eibach was caught stealing, so Brooks will start with a fresh count.
Number 7, Jonathan Brooks.
Brooks takes the first pitch for a strike. Beautiful night in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We had some rain showers earlier, but again, this crew doing a miraculous job getting this field ready for play tonight. The 0-1 delivery is in there for strike number 2.
That was a 2-seam fastball. We've not seen him throw a 2-seamer yet. At least that I've noticed.
Mestry with 2 strikeouts and 1 walk on the night. The 0-2 delivery is low.
Right now in the bottom of the third on Denver Trap. Pennsylvania is currently leading Lawrence County 2-1.
The 1-2 delivery now to Brooks. Right there on the outside corner, strike number 3. Brooks goes down looking.
You know what, Mestry's really pitched a fantastic game to this point.
Now batting is McKeever. Swings through the first one.
Another 2-seamer. Changing it up just a little bit. He uses a little bit different delivery at times.
McKeever's got to be 6'4".
Yeah.
Tall kid. Now 1-1. Keeps that, he's a right-handed batter, keeps that right elbow really high.
Reminds me a lot of my old batting stance. Works that bat around, twirling it.
That one catches the outside corner.
He was about the size I was when I was 15. He might be a little bigger. I didn't weigh very much as a 15-year-old, maybe about 140.
He ain't much heavier than that.
No, he's not. He's skinny.
The 2-2 count now to McKeever.
Baseball uniform just hung off of you.
That's high. Full count now to McKeever. Mestry popping that mitt too.
He is.
The windup and the delivery. That is a little bit high.
I think the Pittsfield crowd wanted that one.
I think so.
I think they're seen on Twitter where they've nicknamed themselves. The nickname for the area is the Berkshires. That's the county I believe they're from, is Berkshire County.
Rylan Almold, the pitcher for Fargo, now batting. He's pretty much a carbon copy of McKeever.
He really
in size.
He really is. He may be a fuzz taller.
He might be a fuzz taller. That's another Southern expression, isn't it, Cam?
It is.
Fuzz taller.
Fuzz taller. There's a lot of Southern expressions we're going to refrain from using on the yeah.
That first pitch is a ball. So if it's a hind catcher, would Rylan Almold be the front pitcher?
No, because there's only one pitcher.
How many catchers you got?
9.
As that ball is dribbled down the first base line, the pitcher catches it and will throw on to first for the out. And advancing to second is McKeever.
You got 9 people that's capable of catching the ball.
I guess that's a good point. Fair enough.
I guess if you go that route, you could say you got 9 people capable of pitching the ball somewhere. How about middle pitcher?
No.
Middle reliever.
Now we know that.
Yeah.
2 away as Fry comes to bat. Coco Fry. The sure-handed shortstop.
He is so good at shortstop.
Runner on second is McKeever.
Slider misses outside.
1-0. And that catches his uniform. He will get first base, hit by pitch. Fry on first, McKeever on second. 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning.
North Dakota now threatening. They've done this a couple times with 2 outs.
2 outs, runners on first and second as the batter is Parrott. He'll take the first pitch for a strike.
Thus far, Mestry's got out of the other occasions that they've had a runner in scoring position.
That ball is thrown behind the head of Parrott.
Murphy did a fantastic job of springing to his feet, snaring that one in.
1-1.
Used a couple of Southern terms there, springing, snaring.
That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Parrott. 2 away. We're in the top of the 4th. Pittsfield, Mass leading 1-0 over Fargo.
Mastery's only given up 1 hit.
That ball's outside. 2-2. Only 1 hit for the North Dakota team, 2 hits for the Massachusetts team. Parrott struck out his first time up. Swings through that one. That's how we're going to end the top of the 4th inning. 1-0, Pittsfield leads over Fargo. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Join us every Monday and Thursday from 4 to 6 on X Sports Live, where locals go to talk sports. Pigskin Prognosticating returns this fall, along with extensive coverage of all 5 high schools in Lawrence and Giles counties. It's X Sports Live every Monday and Thursday from 4 to 6.
Brett Murphy now batting for Pittsfield. 3 straight balls thrown from Amold from Fargo. Murphy has already walked and was caught stealing. He will reach on another walk. That is the 7th walk issued by Amold, and he has also hit a batter.
Get your tweets coming. Hashtag BRWS15 for those of you that are watching us on live stream. You can see your tweet.
And there is another hit batter. Santos will take his base as he is sit in the back. 2 runners on for Pittsfield, first and second. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Of course, if you're listening on radio on 103.1, you can also get us on the TuneIn Radio app. You can tweet us then as well. And we're getting a pitching change.
Let's take this break. 1-0 is the score. Pittsfield leading over Fargo in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Farm Bureau of Tennessee in Lawrence and Giles counties. Call Farm Bureau today to get your insurance checkup. Coming on the pitch now for the Midwest Plains team from Fargo, North Dakota. It is number 18, Jackson Roper. I can't even read the writing.
It's Roper.
It's Roper? Can't tell if that's a U or an O, but it's Roper. Jackson Roper.
2 runners on, first and second for Pittsfield. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pittsfield looking to add to their lead. The team that wins this one will advance in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. The loser will go home.
It's a long ways home for both these teams.
You ain't kidding.
So I'm assuming they would have, I don't know how the travel would work. I mean, they would have to fly home some way. Wonder if they've got airline tickets that's already been purchased, or
yeah, it'd be interesting. Maybe have to talk to some of the parents and figure out how some of that works. There is the first pitch now from the new pitcher, Roper. He throws that in the dirt. And batting is Ty Cowdery.
Tell you what, I'll let you ask the parents of the losing team how they're getting home.
No, thank you.
That might be a sore subject.
The 1-0 delivery is bunted foul. Right back at our screen.
Somebody's going to get that. I'm going to jump in there and
Cowdery reached on a walk his first time up. The 1-1 delivery coming from Roper. A little bit outside.
Whitten paid a visit to the souvenir section here on the midway. They have got some really awesome souvenirs with the Babe Ruth World Series logo on it. Cool T-shirts. They were getting sold out of a lot of things early on in this tournament.
That ball is bunted down the first base line. The first baseman handles it and thinks about going to third. Thinks better of it and gets the sure out at first base. 1 away. Runners do advance. Runners at second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Jake Flynn digs in.
Tell you what, the infield for this North Dakota team is very solid. Haven't saw the outfield near as much, but the infield has made every play.
Massachusetts with the only error of the evening so far.
We've seen multiple errors from a lot of teams, a lot of mistakes, just some sloppy baseball, but these two right now.
Pretty tight.
Yep.
The ball is inside to Jake Flynn. 2-0.
It's interesting the amount of pitchers that we've seen that's struggled with location on every team.
That's in there for a strike. Jake Flynn reached on a fielder's choice his first at bat and was then caught stealing. Outside, 3-1. Hitters count coming for Flynn as he tries to build on the lead that Pittsfield has. 1-0 is our score in the bottom of the 4th. The 3-1 delivery. Outside, bases loaded again. Flynn takes his base.
Trying to get us a score update. from the host team. Two to 1 was the last one I've got. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania over Tennessee.
The windup and the delivery from Roper. It's on the inside corner for a strike on Walker. So we've got Flynn on first, Santos on second, Murphy on third for Pittsfield. Jackson deals. That hits him. Pittsfield will go up 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning on a hit batter.
I believe both the runs scored by this Massachusetts team have come on hit batsmen, or at least walks, with bases loaded. That was one of our keys to the game, not to do that.
Anthony Whiteley now batting with bases loaded and one away in the bottom of the fourth. Pittsfield looking to add to this 2-0 lead over Fargo. The pitch from Roper is high.
This is the amount of precipitation we've gotten in the last few days. I'm constantly keeping a check on the radar. Looks clear in the greater Lawrence County area. The nearest showers, some heavier thunderstorms off to the east.
The 1-0 delivery, and that hits Whiteley. Another runner will score. So Roper comes in, promptly hits two batters.
The North Dakota coach is coming on to talk to Roper. He's wanting to make a change already, calling in the left fielder.
3-0 is the score. Pittsfield leading over North Dakota. Bottom of the fourth inning, it's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Farm Bureau of Tennessee in Lawrence and Giles counties. Call Farm Bureau today and get your insurance checkup.
Taylor Parrott now batting for Fargo. We see some of the fans doing the chicken dance. If you're watching on the live stream, if you're listening on the radio, it's a group of young ladies out there doing the chicken dances. They're playing the chicken dance overhead. Oh, there's the circle of the chicken dance and everything. They're getting all into that. As we get set for action once again, let's reset. Bases are loaded for Pittsfield. They've got two runners across the dish here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and they are threatening again with only one out. Batting will be coming up to bat will be the leadoff batter for Pittsfield, Isaiah Mestry, who's pitched a fine game himself. He walked his last time up and is also singled. And he was thrown out trying to score at home in the first inning.
A lot of tweets coming in.
That ball is popped into center field. And the center fielder is under it. He will make the catch. That's out number two. The runner will tag and score at home. 4-0 Pittsfield. Isaiah Mestre doing his job, scoring another runner.
Of course, North Dakota only used one pitcher last night. Pitched him 149 pitches. Already used 3 in this one.
DiMartino now batting. He hits a grounder to the shortstop. The shortstop throws onto first, and it's a little bit high. Pittsfield will score another run. E6. Colton Fry, the normally sure-handed shortstop for Fargo, throws that a little bit high and cannot be corralled in by the tall first baseman for Fargo, McKeever.
What's funny about this game, Kevin, is there's only been 3 total hits between the two teams, yet Massachusetts leads this one 6-0. And it all goes back to our keys of the game.
That ball is popped into right field, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder for the third out. 6-0 is the score. Pittsfield unloads here in the bottom of the fourth. We've got the top of the fifth on the way. It's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Number 11, Austin Streifel.
We're back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Austin Streifel now batting for Fargo as they try to get back into this thing in the top of the fifth inning. They trail Pittsfield by a score of 6-0. Streifel fouls it away, attempting to bunt. Boy, this Fargo team looking a little dejected after that inning. But they are a scrappy ball club. We have seen them play. Streifel takes that for a strike, 0-2. Isaiah Mestre deals. That ball's outside, 1-2 to Streifel.
Of course, both these teams traveled a good distance to be here, and I don't know what the school schedules are like back home for both of these respective clubs, but I'm assuming they're missing the start of school.
Check swing from Streifel, 2-2.
I'm sure you're not going to get a complaint from most of these kids about that. Now, the Lawrence County kids, since it's at their home, I'm assuming they are attending school as scheduled.
That ball is just inside, full count to Streifel. Streifel very active in the batter's box as he awaits the pitch. He whips that bat back and forth, trying to get his timing down. That's outside. Fargo with their first runner aboard here in the fifth.
Fargo has only one hit Massachusetts has 2 hits.
Fourth walk for Mestry. Jonas Sanders, the leadoff hitter, now batting for Fargo. Streifel with a big lead off of first base as that first pitch is delivered for a strike.
We've seen his wheels. He can go. Mestry better keep an eye over on first.
And he does. Check on Streifel at first. He is back in safely.
Didn't get quite the lead he had the previous time, but nonetheless.
Another big lead. It's that secondary lead is he's bounds a couple of paces off. 1-1 count now to Sanders.
They may think twice about running on Murphy. Got a good arm.
The delivery is chopped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Sanders, who reached on an error his last at bat and is also singled. Six to nothing, Pittsfield leading over Fargo in the top of the 5th. That's in there for called strike 3. Sanders retired looking.
Little two-seamer. Coming a little bit in on the hands.
5th strikeout for Mestry. Kolpak now batting. Throw down to first from the catcher, but Streifel is back in there safely.
Of course, if you want to watch every game of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, you can purchase them here on the Midway. If you would like a family member or a friend to purchase those for you, go by the PSEC Productions tent located on the Midway. $30 a game.
As we just had a ball come pretty much at our head from the other field. It was foul tipped right here in front of the Parks Lumber broadcast position. I had no idea where that came from. Clearly it was fouled from the other field. Cam hops up to grab it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to turn that in for a snow cone.
Yep, I will. Going to grab it before anybody else does. They want all these returned. Of course, they got the Babe Ruth World Series logo.
3-0 to Kolpak, and now that pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, and Fargo is threatening with a runner on first. Swing and a miss.
I heard a loud bang, and I felt something brush me. And looked down, there's a ball scurrying by. Come from the other field. It's the first time all week we've had one do that.
Full count now to Kolpak. Streifel at first, 1 away. And that curveball is outside. Runners will be on first and second as Kolpak will walk. Coming up to the dish is Chandler Eibach.
And Murphy was going to the mound to talk to Mestry. Mestry waved him off, said, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he has thrown a good game.
He really has.
That's his 5th walk, but in spite of that, he has thrown a good game.
Two-seamer in on the hands. Straight up.
Straight up, the shortstop camps underneath it, and he'll make the play. 2 away here in the top of the 5th.
Tell you, Mestry's kind of slowly going away from the breaking stuff, relying more on that two-seamer. Especially the right-handed hitters. That two-seamer comes right in on the hands. Very difficult pitch. Jams them up. Got a lot of tail on it.
Jonathan Brooks now batting. McKeever in the on-deck circle should Brooks reach. It's a chopper, foul into the Fargo dugout. 0-1. Streifel on second, Kolpak on first. The 0-1. It's just a bit outside. 1-1 now to Brooks.
Tried a curveball and just missed. He's having a little bit of trouble locating that curve, especially slider.
The 1-1. That's in there for a strike. They try to catch the runner off of second base, Streifel, who was Streifel is just taunting them, but he is back in safely.
We've already seen Murphy throw.
He's got a gun.
Ibach out tonight, trying to steal third. He does.
The 1-2 is a little bit high. I thought the umpire was going to ring him up, but a little bit high there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently.
Sure. Yeah.
2-2. Runners on first and second. Mestre deals, and that is low. Full count. Runners will be going as there are 2 outs.
Both those pitches, I think the Pittsfield Mass teams and fans wanted both those. Didn't get either.
3-2, 2 away. The delivery to Brooks is low and away. Bases will be loaded for Fargo as McKeever comes up to bat.
Murphy was going back out to the mound again, and Mestre waves him back in.
Mestre is a competitive kid, you can tell. Of course,
Yeah.
all these guys are.
Kind of flipping the bill of his hat up on the pitcher's man, wiping his face.
So we got Streifel on third, Kolpak on second, Brooks on first. Now batting is McKeever, 2 away. Top of the 5th. That first pitch is in there for a strike. And we actually have a pinch hitter. It's number 13 batting for McKeever, Horner.
Yeah, that's Nathan Horner.
Horner down 0-2 quickly. 6-0 is our score. Pittsfield leading over Fargo. Fargo trying to get on the board here in the top of the 5th. The delivery is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Horner.
You can hear the Massachusetts fans really getting into this one as Mestre looks over at the
1-2 delivery. That is in there for a called strike 3. Horner goes down looking. 6-0 is the score. Pittsfield leading over Fargo. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Oh, we just heard a nice rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game from the Pittsfield fans, led by Paul Plant, an attorney here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, but more importantly, a Kiwanis representative volunteering his time out here at the ballpark, and one of the gentlemen instrumental in making this 2015 Babe Ruth World Series in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee a success. As we get to the bottom of the 5th inning, Cooney is now batting. Cooney grounded into a double play his last at bat. He will line that one into right field, but it is caught by the right fielder, 1 away.
Quick score update from our neighbor field. Denver Trap, bottom of the 5th. Pennsylvania and Lawrenceburg tied up at 2. That's for the first round bye.
That's 2 good ball teams right there.
Yep.
One away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that pitch is in there for a strike to Murphy, the catcher for Pittsfield. 1-1.
Of course, the winner of this game moves on to the elimination round. The other one goes home.
Parrott is pitching for Fargo. Deals and throws that one in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. A little bit of a breeze moving through Tom Cruise Field right now. Feels good. We've got great baseball conditions here tonight.
We really do. Of course, this is the bottom of the 5th, and the run rules start coming into play. If Pittsfield can find 4 more runs, they will end this one.
That ball is ripped into right center field, and that's going to be extra bases. Murphy on his way to second. No, he stops midway between first and second as the right fielder for Fargo gets it quickly and throws it in, and Murphy opts to retreat back to first base. And we've got a new hitter coming in.
Now batting, number 16, Brandon Peasley.
Brandon Peasley now batting for Santos. Peasley for Santos. One on, one away. Bottom of the 5th, 6-0. Pittsfield leading over Fargo. First pitch is in there for a strike.
A tweet from Matthew Sprague. That chicken dance is brought to you by my 8th grade nightmares. We showed that earlier.
Hashtag awesome comment.
It was.
Ball is lifted into left field. Shallow left field. Who's going to get it? The shortstop is going to run over and make the play. Fry with the play. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Tell you what, he is a fantastic shortstop. Is Fry.
Chuckling at that comment.
I know, isn't that hilarious?
2 away in the bottom of the 5th. 1 runner on for Pittsfield, and that pitch is inside, diving out of the way is Cowdery. Up in his kitchen, as they say.
Wow.
Parrott saying, that's my inside half of the plate, bud. That one's high, but it's swung on and missed.
Thank you guys for all the tweets, those streaming the game. The other ones listening on 103.1 WDXE.
That's in there for a strike to Cowdery. 1-2.
Without you guys paying attention, there would be no point in us doing this broadcast. It's all for you.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away, bottom of the 5th. That pitch is low. Cowdery has walked, and he sacrificed his last at bat.
We want to thank all your fans that are in attendance and families and players for making this a very good World Series thus far.
Count goes full now for Cowdery.
We hope they're enjoying their time in southern Middle Tennessee.
The land of Crockett. About 80 miles south of Nashville is where we are in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The 3-2 delivery to Cowdery. Pitcher steps off.
Nashville's only about an hour and 15 minutes from here. Of course, we're only about an hour from Muscle Shoals in the Florence area. Of course, a lot of music out of that area as well.
And that next pitch is low. Cowdery will walk. Yeah, we about what, 25 miles to the Alabama state line to our south?
It's somewhere in that neighborhood. It's probably not, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's in that neighborhood, give or take 5 miles. But, excuse me, Civil War's lead singer John Paul White is from here.
Jackson Flynn now batting. Takes the first one for a ball.
Of course, in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, what we're referring to, a lot of the teams are staying there, coaches, parents. And
it's a nice area in Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
My wife works there, and, you know, we spend a lot of time in the Shoals area. We got the, of course, Tennessee River running down the middle of it. A lot of big-name musical acts from there and recorded there.
The 1-1 is taken low and away. Not everybody knows the soul sound that came from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Aretha Franklin recorded there. Wilson Pickett. The list goes on and on.
I mean, even the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones, U2, Leonard Skinner.
Man, they wrote
2 and 2 now.
Of course, Sweet Home.
Flynn.
Sweet Home Alabama. It says Muscle. And part of that song, the lyric says Muscle Shoals has got the
Swampers. And they're talking about the session band.
Yeah, Muscle Shoals rhythm section.
Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from the catcher, but the catcher will throw on to first to complete that third and final out of the bottom of the fifth inning. 6-0, the score remains. Fargo tries to get back in it in the top of the sixth. Coming up next, it's the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Welcome back to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. It's time now for this game recap from Brad Nilsson Insurance. State Farm agent Brad Nilsson, 931-762-8181. Go see Brad for all your home, life, and auto needs. It is the top of the sixth inning. Massachusetts is leading 6-0 on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 hit for North Dakota, and 1 error.
And Cam, we've also got us a call to the bullpen.
Yeah. It's the Farm Bureau Insurance call to the bullpen. Go see Farm Bureau.
Number 6, Carson Seagal.
And now pitching for Pittsfield is Jake Flynn.
Wow. Shortstop. Is that right? No. It's not right.
Siegel is now batting for Fargo as they try to get back in this thing to preserve their Babe Ruth World Series championship hopes. Loser goes home after this game. Top of the sixth. 6-0, Pittsfield leads.
Pittsfield down to their 2 final chances at the plate. Top half of this inning and next. Of course,
Flynn now pitching for Pittsfield. Siegel batting, lifts that into shallow left field, and going out to get it will be the shortstop. And that is Mestry, it looks like, who swapped on over to shortstop after a fine pitching performance tonight. We'll get his totals here in a minute.
Of course, in the bottom of the inning, if Pittsfield can tack on 4 more runs, it will be a run rule. So
Colton Fry now batting for Fargo. Top of the 6th inning, 1 away. They trail 6-0.
North Dakota don't want to play around with that too much. They don't want to take anything for granted. They need to get some runs here in this inning. Keep their tournament hopes alive.
The 1-0 delivery to Fry is hit past the third baseman's outreached glove, and Fry will be on first base. That'll be curious to see if they score that an error or a hit. I guess they're going to call that an error, aren't they? Or no, Mass already had an error. They're going to give him a hit for that. That was a sharply hit ball, so I can see them giving him credit for a hit.
Yeah, that could go. It's one of those that could go either way. They're going to give him a hit, yeah. This is the second hit of the game for North Dakota.
Parrott now batting for Fargo. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 on, 1 away, top of the 6th inning. Fargo trying to get on the board. On deck is Streifel. Barring a double play, he will bat. That ball is popped high in the infield, and calling for it is the third baseman, and he will retire Parrott. 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Of course, Mestry had to be getting pretty high on up there in pitches. He did have 7 strikeouts, but did walk some batters. He only gave up 1 hit. No runs. Pitched a fantastic game. It's 2 games in a row we've seen a pitcher dominate.
One ball and no strikes to Streifel.
Of course, Flynn's come in and got 2 quick outs.
That ball is fouled out of play. Mestry ended up with 4 walks in 1 hit batter, 7 strikeouts, as Cam mentioned, and only gave up 2 hits. Or 1 hit, check that. The delivery to Streifel's low.
You can follow us online at xsportsradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at xsportsradio.
The 2-1 delivery coming to Streifel. It's outside, 3-1.
All of our cameras are provided by K2 Media. Look them up on Twitter as well. Check out their website. They've got some great work they've done. They've shot my commercials for my personal business. Fantastic job.
Parrott leads off of, or check that, he's been retired. Fry leads off first, and Streifel will take that one. And we've got a full count for Streifel. 2 away. Runner goes. Ball 4 to Streifel. 2 on board here in the 6th inning.
Let's see if North Dakota can get some timely hitting. They've had runners on in this game due to walks. They've not able to get anyone in.
Back to the top of the lineup, Jonas Sanders. We got Streifel on first, Fry on second. So 2 on, 2 away, top of the 6th. Mass still leading 6-0 over North Dakota. Sanders takes that one for a ball. The 1-0 delivery. It's punched into center field, and it will be caught by the center fielder. That's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 6th coming up. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown, where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct, develop understanding of and respect for the rules, develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory, develop control over emotions and speech, develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Devin Walker now batting for Pittsfield. Or check that, they've got a pinch hitter. Crawford now batting for Pittsfield as they lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging. High pop fly into left field, and it will be handled by the left fielder for Fargo. One pitch, one away.
That's a Kyle Crowder. What I have on my Crower. Kind of hard to read the writing, so that's what I have on my sheet anyway.
Yeah, Crowder, the left fielder out there. Whiteley now batting. That breaking ball is right in there for a strike. Whiteley was hit by a pitch his last at bat. The 0-1 delivery. Catches the outside part of the corner. Parrott is a fine pitcher for Fargo.
He really is.
The 0-2. That's low.
The battle for first place in this pool going on Denver Trap next door. Game is tied up 2-2, top of the 6th.
The 1-2 delivery. Chopped to the third baseman. Nice scooping play on to first for the out. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
I'll get it right in a minute. That game next door is also in the bottom of the 6th. Just getting some conflicting information. Of course, we can't see that field from here. To rely on our runners.
Mestre, the leadoff batter, takes that first one for a ball. The 1-0 delivery. Check swing, doesn't go. 2-0.
Mestre may be our player of the game if this lead holds. Pitched a fantastic game.
2-0. Punch to the second baseman, and he wheels it on to first for the third and final out. One more opportunity coming up for Fargo as they trail 6-0. Top of the 7th coming up. It's 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
We are back at the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Fargo, North Dakota with a final opportunity to get back in this thing. Top of the 7th inning, they trail 6-0. If they fail to get 6 or more runs, they will be going home. First pitch in there for a strike. Flynn coming in relief of Mestry. Mestry, who pitched a great ball game, is still in at shortstop. The ball's low and away. 1-1 is the count as Kolpak is batting. Kolpak has reached on a fielder's choice and reached with a single. Rips that one to the shortstop, Mestry, who wheels and throws on to first. One away.
It's worth noting that it is now Tuesday morning on the East Coast where Pittsfield is located in Massachusetts. We appreciate you guys staying up at this early morning hour.
Chandler Eibach now batting for Fargo. He popped up to the shortstop his last at bat and was caught stealing third in the third inning. Has also struck out. Takes that one for a ball. Top of the seventh inning, Fargo trails 6-0. Pop up to center field. That will be caught. Quickly 2 away in the seventh inning. Jonathan Brooks with a chance to extend it for Fargo. The winner of this game will advance. Loser will go home in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. That ball is shot into center field, and it's going to be caught. Third out. Pittsfield wins this. Pittsfield will advance. Fargo will go home. 6-0. The final here from Tom Cruise Field in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. We'll come back with a recap on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
They say time is money. And if your life is any indication, they sure are right. That's why First Tennessee offers convenient online and mobile tools so you can bank whenever and wherever you like. The kind of time-saving services our neighbors in Middle Tennessee are looking for. Because there's always another game, coffee, meeting, dinner, project, weekend, errand, concert, date you need to get to. First Tennessee, serving the state for over 150 years.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Well, Pittsfield uses a big fourth inning to beat Fargo 6-0. That's our final. Pittsfield will be advancing. Fargo will be going home. And give a lot of credit to this Fargo team. They fought hard, but come up short against this Pittsfield Mass team. Our first volunteer player of the game is Isaiah Mestry, the starting pitcher for Pittsfield. And he pitched one heck of a game. Yep, and the scorebook, or the score booth upstairs agrees with our call.
Yep.
Mestry with 7 strikeouts, no runs given up to this Fargo team. That is the first volunteer player of the game. The U-Save Car and Truck Save of the Game brought to you by U-Save Car and Truck Rental, where you always have a choice. U-Save Car and Truck Rental, the official rental car company of the Exports Radio Network and the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. The save of the game goes to the entire Pittsfield Mass team for saving the rest of their season thus far.
Yeah, that was a unique choice we picked there. And real quick, the guy that they were showing on the field in the maroon shirt is the CEO of Babe Ruth. That was out here handing out the Player of the Game awards.
And there he is crossing the middle of the field one more time.
Glad to have him back out here with us and witnessing. There he is in our camera shot for those of you streaming online. But, yeah, glad to have him in attendance.
And finally, the Cocina Real Play of the Game brought to you by Cocina Real, the home of authentic Mexican taste, Cam.
Yeah, we're going to go with both catchers from each team.
Murphy and Ibach.
Murphy and Ibach throwing each other out in consecutive innings. So, hey, man, they both are fantastic catchers. I've got them both on my list for our potential all
defensive teams.
All defensive team. It's going to be a tough choice between those two for who's going to get it. Now, obviously, we're not the final say, but that's just my choice of who I think. But, yeah.
Now, Pittsfield will be advancing. Fargo will be going home. And the next round of games will be taking place on the Denver Trap Field, the field adjacent to us. We're at the Tom Cruise Field. And there will be a couple of games tomorrow night, pitting the number 3 team from the American Division against the number 2 team from the National Division, and vice versa.
Yep.
And those winning teams will face the number 1 seed, who those 2 number 1 seeds from the American Division and National Division will be receiving a bye. And all these games will be taking place on the Denver Trap Field, so we'll have 2 games tomorrow night, and then on Wednesday night we'll have 2 more games. And then on Thursday night, it's for all the marbles of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, the World Series Championship. And we'll have all of that action for you on the I'm sorry, but that was the bat boy got caught underneath the tarp as it was being rolled out, and they had to stop for a second and let him get out of there.
So is it if you win the game, you got to help tarp the field? Is that the rule, I guess?
I guess so. You know, they don't want to ask the Fargo team to do that. They've got enough on their mind right now. But as I was mentioning, the following games will be played on the Denver Trap Field, and I will be joining as broadcast partner J.P. Plant, and Cam Mashburn will be an on-the-field reporter, and he will be live from the dugout during the game, and Stanley Wilson will also. There's that replay of the poor guy.
That's the shot of the tournament. Get that on loop. We need a GIF of that.
Is that Chris Kidd's boy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Chris Kidd's boy. Chris Kidd, who is a UPS driver here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. A lot of these people from the community volunteer their time, and the kids even volunteer their time. And he thought he would have a lot of fun, running out there and helping roll out the tarp, but to get underneath it. But we will be seeing you and talking to you next from Denver Trap Field tomorrow night. Once again, our final tonight, Pittsfield, Mass. over Fargo, North Dakota, 6-0. And Fargo had a great season, great run, but their run is over in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, and Pittsfield advances on. We will talk to you tomorrow night. For Cam Mashburn, Bethany Nelson, Ricky Lee Nelson, Ricky Nelson, and our entire crew, this is Kevin Kilpatrick from the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.